Another segment of MITech TV, and with us now from Lawrence Technological University is Mark Brucki. He is Associate Vice President for Economic Development, and he is going to tell us about a grant the university has received from the National Science Foundation. It is over 3 years, and it is meant to increase the capacity for innovation at Lawrence Tech and other similar schools. So Mark, tell us a little bit about this grant and why it's important to LTU and to Michigan.
Oh, great. Thanks for having me, Matt and Mike. So this is the National Science Foundation, very prestigious grant. It's a 3-year grant to help us increase innovation at Lawrence Tech, and more specifically, to increase our industry partnerships to do more corporate R&D and innovation and talent pipeline growth with our industry partners. So not only is it important to LTU, but it's really important to the whole ecosystem to really address some of the problems and challenges that industry is facing across a spectrum of industries, especially through challenging times. And so industry is looking for a lot of what I'd say professional and technical partners to help them. And for LTU, that means our faculty are like the subject matter experts that they need to engage in. So this is a grant to help us really grow that presence in the area and really sustain it going forward through a lot of, like, sometimes we have individual relationships with companies. They move on, they retire, they get transferred, and we want to create just a much more sustainable and robust network of industry partners here in the region, throughout Michigan, and really globally.
And you're also looking to increase the number of faculty at LTU who have an interest in working with industry and to sort of build those relationships and partnerships, right?
Yes, yeah. So Lawrence Tech has done a great job over the last couple of years of increasing its faculty participation with federally funded research and development. And with this grant, it gives us funding to be able to do more faculty engagement and training and development to work with industry partners. So we have engagements with industry, having faculty learn more about what industry needs, learning more about how to work with them in terms of their timelines for development. But yes, we really, over the next 3 years, we really want to increase the number of faculty to over 25 faculty that are really engaged with faculty sponsored engagement with industry research. Yes.
And this is not just about faculty either, right? It's also about students, because some of this research, especially the stuff that's directly tied to industry, that gives students real world experience in solving industry problems, right? And helps with the talent pipeline.
Absolutely. So, Lawrence Tech is known for its theory and practice model of education, and that theory and practice comes from real world experiences of doing research these days. And so, the more research that we do throughout all 5 colleges at Lawrence Tech, the more in demand that those students are in, and that they can hit the ground running and make contributions to those industry partners immediately. And so, and a lot of times those students get hired by working on these industry projects because the industry partners know them and know what they're capable of. And so it's a great working relationship that we have in creating that talent pipeline.
It's kind of like, but not really like trade school in the sense, and I don't mean that Lawrence Tech is a trade school, but it's the same principle. You get a lot of the hands-on experience. You work with the employers, that sort of thing, right? That's kind of what you're driving at.
Yes, and so our goal as a university is to live up to our middle name of being technological, and so yes, these projects are very technical. They are on AI and different engineering systems, or a level of human interface development, and across a variety of different things, high-end data analytics. And so, yes, it really gives that hands-on experience to the students, but at a very technical level.
Okay, so what does this robust innovation ecosystem look like in 3 years? Where do you think this is going?
So I really think of a large number of corporate partners, innovators, leaders really engaged lockstep with Lawrence Tech faculty and university leadership in really learning about what industry problems are and how the university can engage them. So we're looking at a series of really relevant technical events across different industry segments to host here on campus at LTU to be able to have that level of engagement. So there's a little bit of an awareness building here, but then also just that once you get to know us and get to know the spectrum of what we offer here at Lawrence Tech and what our faculty can do, then it really helps us engage those industry partners a little bit more. So in doing so, we have we've created an industry advisory board that can help us do that. But we envision really over a period of time, really having number, maybe hundreds of maybe LTU ambassadors, industry ambassadors out there that can say, hey, do you know what's going on at Lawrence Tech? Connect with these guys because they are specialists in this area. They help me out in this area, and they can help you out. So we really look forward to really increasing the footprint and engagement within the region here in Southeast Michigan and really throughout Michigan with these industry partners.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about that University Industry Advisory Board. I know I was struck looking at the names when I was writing an article for an LTU magazine about that Industry Advisory Board at the wide variety of industries that are represented. It really covers the waterfront.
Yes. So last July, we created a new department here at Lawrence Tech, the Research and Economic Development Department, that is focused on increasing research at Lawrence Tech. And then we received this NSF grant to increase the capacity to do more research. And so it was quite natural for us to create a University Industry Advisory Board that helped us with both the department goals and the grant goals. And so we have individual corporate leaders that have been working with Lawrence Tech for a number of years and some that are new that can give us insights on what's happening inside of companies so that we can understand specifically what's happening in terms of R&D and innovation inside companies. But then we also have these really great economic development organizations like the Detroit Regional Partnership or Center for Automotive Research, or City of Southfield Economic Development, and other organizations that are at the table that have memberships, that have hundreds, if not thousands of members that are corporate members that also, if we develop relationships with them, they can go ahead and say, give us warm introductions to these to their members and make sure that it's a win-win scenario where we're providing value to them and their corporate members and reciprocating by having more awareness of what we're doing here at Lawrence Tech. And so it's been the results that have come out of the very first meeting. I've got pages of follow-up to do because they are just so engaged with this process. So yeah, it's been very fortunate for us.
So when do you think these events and workshops might begin? And do you have any ideas as to the topics, or is that still up to the advisory board to work out?
So in the fall, we did one on advanced manufacturing. We had a business leader breakfast that we brought in 15, 20 industry leaders in manufacturing that had a breakfast with LTU President Tarek Soap, got to know the vision, but also just talk more about how we could engage on manufacturing. About a month ago, we had one on fintech. for fintech leaders, and that was we probably had about 15 leaders come in to be able to do that. So we've already started, and those were the two pilots, if you in that regards. But we're using that plus the feedback from the industry advisory board to really plan a whole series of these beginning next academic year in the fall, so that we'll have more faculty engagement then. We'll probably have one or two smaller ones between now and then, but we'll have a whole series throughout the next academic year to engage faculty and industry.
Okay.
So if people want more information on how they can become an industry partner, how they can connect with Lawrence Tech and help themselves to our faculty expertise, where do they go? How do they contact?
Great. So you can reach out to me at mbrucki, mbrucki at ltu.edu. The Research and Economic Development Department also has a website, so it's ltu.edu/research. Like our previous person on your podcast, you can always reach me on LinkedIn too.